Crunchy. That's what our squats are going to be like after the lockdown, I think. And this video specifically is how to increase your strength, how to increase your mobility, and how to increase your efficiency of the squat. So there are many tutorials out there, I'm sure. But this one is going to address your weaknesses, stability problems, and of course, how to address them to get a stronger overall squat. If you wanted to see the basic form of a squat, I think we've got a video all the way back when we first started. So if you trawl back through our old videos, I'll try and tag it in, but I'm not sure if I can. Go and check that out. I'm Johnny, the strength coach, by the way. How do you do? If you're new to the channel, this coach is all about talking about strength, mobility, muscle size, diet, everything that involves getting stronger physically and mentally. So this particular video is all about the squat and how to improve the squat. So first and foremost, I wanted to show you a quick video of the incorrect way, or maybe a less efficient way of squatting, and then how to improve that. So let's quickly bang over to the studio, see what that is, let's address the issues, and then we'll move forward. Check it out. So let's see if we can get into the most efficient way of squatting. On the right, you can see my knees come outwards, my foot is centered to the ground, and as I push through the floor, I'm pushing through all 3 points of my feet. On the side on the left, you'll see that's the least efficient way to squat. As I come down, my valgus knee caves in, my foot is pronated, so now my center of gravity is shifting to the left-hand side. I'll show you from another angle. So from the back side, you'll see it much better. As I shift to the left, now I'm coming off center line, so I can't push through the floor as efficiently, and clearly there is a weakness either through my glute or through the ankle itself. So I'll show you how to fix that. So let's address one of the first issues. One of those first issues could be a weak glute medius or weak hip. And specifically why knees tend to cave in on one side or both sides is because of a weak glute or hip. So a great activation here is getting a band, sticking it just above the knee line, and you want to force that band outwards so it's tracking over your toe line, your foot is pushing through the floor, and those knees aren't caving in. What this will teach you is a good motor pattern to stick those knees outwards ever so slightly, just so you're getting a more efficient squat through the floor, and then you're going to be able to push through harder and you're going to go directly through the floor better. This particular exercise is very good. I recommend doing this 3 to 5 times a week. You only have to do 3 to 5 reps. I'd recommend doing around about 3 to 5 seconds down just to get that motor pattern in place, so you're recognizing that you're not bringing that band in at any point. However, if the band does start to shift in and you do find yourself that your knees caving in on one side still, as you can see here, you should be able to feel that. So if you do have that specific issue and you feel that through the band, obviously keep an eye out on it as well. What you can do as you go down, you can see that and then push the band out, so you're then getting the right motor pattern as you're pushing through the floor. This will of course lead to better glute activation, and of course you'll get a better squat. Now the next issue could be pronation of the ankle. So this could be due to ankle mobility. As you can see here, when I pronate my foot, the center line of my foot goes off the ground, so I cannot push through the floor properly, and I shift to one side. With better ankle mobility, you'll be able to push through 3 origins of the foot. That's with your knees out. So let's work on the ankle mobility now, and here's how to do it. Surprise, surprise, we've got a band again. This time we want to stick it under the midline of our foot, and we want to supinate the knee outwards to stop it from pronating in, and of course that'll increase your ankle mobility. Stick your knee over your toe line, and then I want you to push your knee outwards with the arm, but still use your leg to do it, so you're actually getting the motor patterns down. And of course, if you push too far with your feet coming off the floor, the band will snap away from you. So that means that your foot has come off the floor, so you're not centered those 3 origin points anymore of the feet. So you want to push as far out as you can whilst driving the feet into the floor so that band doesn't snap away. Now you've got the origin point of all 3 points of your foot into the ground, and you're able to supinate your knees slightly outwards, so you're able to get a more efficient squat. Make sure you do both sides, so your supination and your foot mobility and ankle mobility is even on both sides as much as possible. There's always going to be a discrepancy, and there's always going to be one tighter to the side than the other, but you've got to do your best. This is my looser side, so as you can see, my ankle mobility is much better on this one, but as you work on both sides, 10 to 15 reps each side, 3 sets, that will definitely help with some ankle mobility to help you with a more efficient squat. Now back to the studio. So these are just some ways of addressing some weaknesses and some mobility issues. There are many, 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 many ways of getting a stronger, more efficient squat. These are just some exercises. If you want me to go over any other exercises, if you're having any other problems, obviously drop a comment below. And before you squat lovers out there start talking about this study which has come out, say the valgus knee is fine, the pronation of the foot's fine, it's okay to do that. Yes, it's absolutely okay to do that. Our bodies are designed specifically to pronate the knee, pronate the ankle. However, when you're squatting, the most efficient way to squat is to push through the floor from the 3 origin points of the foot and make sure it's as efficient as possible. If the valgus knee does cave in, that can be slightly normal too, so don't worry about it too much, but just make sure that to have the most efficient squat and the best squat, those knees are always coming outwards as you squat up and down as the best you can. To address other issues such as stability, which could go into another video, like Bulgarian split squats, unilateral squats, those type of things where you're on one leg, that would definitely help with stability, because there are many different factors to why your squat isn't efficient or isn't as good as it should be. We all have different tightnesses, we all have different motor patterns. Some of us are better with squats where our squat is wider, some are better with narrow, some are better with high bar, some are better with low bar. There are differences to every single person's squat that makes it the most efficient. So there is individualized ways of making your squat more efficient over someone's squat who does it in a slightly different way, but it's just as good. The best thing about it is just not to over-pronate and over-cave in those knees, because like I say, the efficiency of the squat will go down. And of course, over a specific time, if you keep doing that, no matter what the studies say, if you keep doing that, eventually something will give, because you're not addressing a weak muscle. You're not addressing the elephant in the room, a weak, tight muscle, mobility issues. So make sure you work on those drills. If you don't work on those drills, you'll never get more efficient or better. Now, if you want to see more exercises that are related to stability, I would definitely do a video on that. So make sure you drop a comment below. If you want a part 2 of this, I'll add that into there so you guys can get the best squat form ever. If you like that video, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and do all that malarkey like notification bell. And remember to share this video, because if you don't, the baby Jesus will cry. I'm going to keep saying that. I don't know why. I think it's off, what is it, Talladega Nights? Can't say words. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. I don't know when that will be, but at some point next week. Maybe Wednesday. See you later.